Race to the Skies, Rocky Mountain Construction Company, Episode 4.
Hey everybody, it's Tom from Show Me Coasters, and today we are continuing our Race to the Sky series with our look at one of the most exciting companies to hit the amusement park industry in a long time, Rocky Mountain Construction. Rocky Mountain Construction was founded in 2001 by Fred-Grubb and his wife Sue Ann Dedmon in Hayden, Idaho. The company started out doing small projects such as building water parks in different areas up in the Northwest. And they worked for Silverwood doing track repairs for some of their wooden coasters as well. And they also built several sky coasters at several different parks throughout the country. And one of their bigger projects that they did was El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure. That was designed by Intamin and was prefabbed. And then Rocky Mountain Construction came in and actually built it for them. Over the early years, they were doing roller coaster construction, some repairs and retrackings for some, and Fred thought that there had to be a better way to do that. Wooden coasters were really high in maintenance and high in cost and liability, and thought there had to be a better way to keep these old structures around and keep them going. He developed the iBox track, or his concept was the iBox track, and when he pitched it to several different engineers, they all said it wouldn't work or it was impossible. But that all changed in 2009 when he met Alan Schilke from Centerline Rides. Alan Schilke is one of the most well-known roller coaster designers of our age. Mr. Schilke started his career in the 80s with aerodynamics, building such rides as Roadrunner Express at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, Dollywood's Tennessee Tornado, and X at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Rocky Mountain Construction uses two different types of track. The first one is the iBox track, or the Iron Horse track. This is used on most of their conversions, such as Steel Vengeance or New Texas Giant at Six Flags over Texas. The second type would be the Topper track, which they've used on their ground-up constructions, such as Outlaw Run and Goliath at Six Flags Great America. And it's also been used on trimmers at Silverwood in Idaho. That's the only example I know of that utilizes the Topper track on an existing roller coaster. Rocky Mountain Construction also does everything almost all in-house, from cutting the steel that they use to make their tracks all the way to producing the trains that they use on their roller coasters. Everything is made in-house. 90% of the materials that are used in their trains are made in-house. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the products that Rocky Mountain Construction offers. The first one we're going to look at is trimmers at Silverwood. This originally opened in 1999, and according to the Wikipedia page, it was retracked by Rocky Mountain Construction in 2010 with their Topper track. This was the first installation of Topper track on an existing coaster. One of the unique things about this ride is after the first drop here, you go into a tunnel, which comes out in the middle of the gift shop, and held the record for the most underground times on a wooden coaster until 2006, when it was beaten by Voyage at Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana. New Texas Giant at Six Flags over Texas originally opened in 1990 as Texas Giant. This was originally built by the Den Corporation and was converted in 2011 by Rocky Mountain Construction using the iBox track, or their Iron Horse track. This is really a great ride. I always love riding this one when we go down there. It's not quite as intense as, say, like your Goliath or your Steel Vengeance, but it's still a great ride.
Oh, God. Jeez, it broke me out of my seat.
Outlaw Run at Silver Dollar City opened in 2013. This was the first ground-up RMC wooden coaster using the topper track, and it was the first wooden coaster to ever include multiple inversions. This coaster also uses the terrain very well. It has a 110-foot lift hill and with a 160-foot drop into the valley below. Wildfire at Kolmarden Zoo in Sweden opened in 2016. This was a ground-up RMC. It was the first that was built outside of the North American market in Europe. It's really an intense coaster. It's really great. It has 3 inversions. And Vekoma supplied the power and control systems for this ride. Lightning Rod at Dollywood also opened in 2016. This was the first wooden coaster to use the linear synchronous motor launch system. The problem with this is that it has been really plagued with this launch system. It seems that it is down more than it is up. But it is a great ride. It's really intense. There are no inversions on this one though, but it is still a great ride. And when it opened, it held the record for the world's fastest wooden coaster at 73 miles per hour. Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. It opened this past year in 2018. It was formerly Mean Street. When this opened, it broke 10 world records. For the tallest hybrid at 205 feet, the fastest hybrid coaster at 74 miles per hour, the steepest drop on a hybrid coaster at 90 degrees, as well as the tallest drop, or the longest drop on a hybrid coaster at 200 feet. As well as creating a new class of coaster, Hyper Hybrid. This is a crazy intense coaster. It gets a hold of you and doesn't let go until it hits the brakes at the end of the run. The next track concept that RMC has developed is their Raptor track. Now, this is a monorail coaster. That generally seats 8 passengers per train in a single file. And so far, they've built 2 models of this. The one being Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster and the mirror clone of Railblazer at California's Great America. Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas opened this past year in 2018 and is the world's first Raptor coaster model that RMC has produced. As I said before, there is a mirror clone of it at California's Great America called Railblazer. And the fourth type of track that we're going to talk about from RMC is their T-Rex track. This is a much wider version of the Raptor track, and we'll see 2 across on the train. They haven't built any of these yet, but Alan Schilke said in an interview that a 500-footer is not out of the realm of possibility. In 2019 is going to wind up being a great year for RMC as well. They have 2 coasters that we know of opening this year. The first one is Untamed at Wallaby Holland, which is used to be the Robin Hood. This is supposed to have a record-breaking 5 inversions on a hybrid coaster. And the second being White Cyclone in Nagashima Spa in Japan. That will be called Hakuge, which translates to the White Whale. This is supposed to open this year as well. And then in 2020, we have one of the most anticipated RMC conversions in North America. And that's going to be Gwazi at Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay. In September, when Busch Gardens made their announcement for their 2019 coaster Tigress, they also hinted that they were doing a hybrid announcement, hinting that RMC would be doing Gwazi for 2020. They said that that it had a rocky relationship with Gwazi since its inception. Everyone's been looking forward to this. This is one of the most exciting rides to come up in a long time. Well, at least since Steel Vengeance. Also in 2020, they will be opening Zadra at Energylandia in Poland. Now, this is supposed to be a ground-up iBox track coaster. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that turns out. And some of the stats that I have heard on this is going to be like 196 feet tall, so it's just shy of a hyper. It's going to be an almost 90-degree drop and 71 miles per hour and over 4,000 feet long. So in a way, this is kind of like Goliath on steroids. So folks, that's going to do it for today. This is Tom from Show Me Coasters. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Race to the Skies, Rocky Mountain Construction. I know we didn't get to cover all of the coasters that Rocky Mountain Construction has built over the past 10 years, but we hope that you still enjoyed the video. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you the next time. Have a great day.